Hi friends, today we're working on the inside part of our flower motif. Let's get started. And this video is all about giving the flower its middle so it really starts to look like a flower. It's the disc. That's what it's called. So that is what we are going to be working on today. Now, this is the way I did it. This is from Stella McCartney inspired sweater. They, I believe, did theirs differently. You can do yours differently too. Now, there are loads of ways to stitch the center of the flower, the disc. You can go bulky. You can go bulky with points. You can go simple, minimal with points. You can go more of a rounded way. You can also, if you're feeling spicy, do points on points and just really elongate the disc, really make it big and take up lots of space. If you want to take up the space, go for it. For myself, I ended up doing the majority of the flowers very clean, minimal, and that's just how it ended up. So I'm going to teach you today how I did it, and maybe you'll expand on yours. And if you expand on yours, please, please, please tag me. I want to see your version. I want to share your version, and I want to see how you did it. Before we start though, grab your glass of water. You're going to need to stay hydrated, okay? I hate drinking on camera. I was never good at it. All right, let's do this. So what you're gonna need for this part of the embroidery is a yellow yarn or whatever color you want, a tapestry needle, a pair of scissors, and that's it. The yarn or cotton yarn that I chose is number 3854, and it's for TYCHE Special. I'm sorry, I'm not going to pronounce that, but it will be down in the description box below. Number 3854 if you're wondering what color, or if you want to do one yourself. All right, so this is what we're working on today, and here are some examples of other flowers that I did for this project.
Ambulance noise.
All right guys, so we are going to thread our needle with our yarn, and we're going to do it so that it's doubled, and just tie a knot with the two strands together at the very end. Make sure it's nice and tight. And if you were here for yesterday's video, you will know that it is very important to anchor your work. We're just going to anchor our work, and now we're getting ready to stitch. So flip the flower motif over so it is facing you with the right side up. Before we get started, remember, don't stress out about a perfect circle. Nature is not perfect. It's chaotic, messy, and somehow it's still gorgeous. So if your center is a little bit crooked, don't worry, that is where the charm is. Bring your needle up from the back to the front. That is your starting point. And just trust the process, guys. Move this needle now to the right and stitch it down into the back. Don't pull too tight, give it a little slack. You can even put your needle underneath if you want to kind of bump it up. Bring your needle up again through the back where your starting point was. And then move it to the left this time. Perfect. And now bring your needle back from the back to the front, going through that starting point. Okay, one more time. Directly go through the middle between your left and right stitches. This will give you a chevron with a center line. And if your thread gets twisted, it's all good. Just slowly plump it up and pull it through. So it's kind of like a cross or a chevron with a center line, whatever you so choose. We're just going to continue that in the round. So pick your starting point for the 3 stitches. Go from back to front up through. First off to the right, connecting the left stitch of that first triple. Up through the starting line, over to the left, up through the starting line, and just be careful of any oopsies. I made one already. So we're just going to bring that out and try it again. I show my mistakes, guys. I am human. So in through the center line, making sure not to snag on anything, directly through the middle. Great work. Now we're going to move it over, pick a new starting point, go up through it, off to the right, connecting the left stitch of that last triple, back through the starting line, off to the left, back up through the starting line, and directly down the center. So as you can see, it's not perfect, but that's okay. That will give it this type of appearance. It's not supposed to be perfect. Nature's not perfect. This will let you work that contrasting color and give it more dimension to the finished look. So after I showed you that 3 times, and it's a little wonky, and that's okay, I'm just gonna keep on going around until I finish this, and I'll show you what it looks like finished. Now, let's say you don't like this. You're more than welcome to go back in and do that triple all over again and just give it a little bit more bulk. So I'm just gonna do that. It's not that I don't like this, I just want to show you. If you find that it's a little bit thin or not the kind of shape you're wanting, you're more than welcome to go back in and rework it and switch it up. All right, let's continue this in the round. up through the back at the starting point, over to the left, connect it to the first stitch we did. Up through the back, starting point, down the center. And voila, there you go. You have your disc. And the flower is starting to look more like the background of SpongeBob. Flip it over. Knot it. Make sure that it's knotted. You gotta anchor it. So for this one, we're gonna anchor it twice. Push it through the white wool from yesterday and back through to that end point we just left at. And cut your yarn. And then stretch it out. And that will anchor it really well for you. There you go. Thank you so much for joining us on part 2 of 3 of how to make this flower motif. Did you know that orangutans steal boats, make umbrellas, and don't even give them any ideas about picking up knitting or crochet hook? I swear they'll be able to do it. Have a wonderful day, guys. Until tomorrow, take care. We'll be finishing off our petal design. I will show you how to do the contrast. Cheers, thank you for watching.